Good morning. It's Saturday. It's a full moon, and I would be doing normally a full moon reading with you, but I didn't bring my tarot deck. I'm vacationing right now, and I am snowed in and did not bring my tarot deck. But as I was looking around last night, I found that my Airbnb host had a couple of unopened, thankfully, decks of cards, and we can do a reading with this. So, one, I want you to realize that you could just have a plain deck and do a reading. You don't need your tarot deck. It's wonderful to travel with your tarot deck, but if you forget and you really have this longing to do a tarot reading, do a deck reading. This is wonderful. So I'm really grateful that it is unopened because that means no energy has touched this. But even if it had been opened, there are ways to clear it. And since I'm snowed in, I realized maybe I should do some videos on how to read with a deck of cards. So that's what we're gonna do today. So first thing first, open up your deck. If it has been opened and other people have played with it, all I want you to do is to hold it. Think about beautiful white cloud, dust, whatever it looks like. Iridescent is usually what I see. Sweeping and cleansing and almost like a little baby broom, like cleaning off any little energy. You can see little specks of colors. Don't judge the colors. Let those colors go and let it be returned to the earth and to the universe. And then shuffle it and really just start putting your intention, your energy into your deck. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna pause this video because I'm gonna go ahead, because I suggest this with any new deck, tarot, a deck of cards, whatever you're using, that you set an intention, and that you put your energy into it, your own personal vibration, because that's really, really important. And I'll be back. Okay, so if you're with me, we are doing a full moon reading. I'm gonna do a full moon reading before we talk about a simple way to be able to read a deck of cards as if you had your tarot deck. Again, today I am setting the intention for a full moon reading. The idea is, what is it that we are releasing? How to make it a little more easier for us to release this? And I don't wanna say why, but almost like, what's the reasoning to let this go? Whew, there's some good, powerful energy, y'all. It's fun to shuffle with this deck because it's so much more tinier than all of my tarot decks. I do have a baby travel tarot deck that's tiny, but that's hard to shuffle. But this, they're brand new, they're crisp. You can even hear that, and they're really slick. So, full moon reading during the snowstorm that I'm in. And our first card is going to be the King of Hearts. I'm hearing to actually pull some cards and then tell you all about them first, but I just want you to see that. We have the King of Hearts first. Whew. We're coming in with the Two of Clubs. Okay, I'm supposed to actually stop in the moment. Cool, thank you. So the King of Hearts is this beautiful place of, think of our hearts as cups. That's actually what they relate to. And the king always tends to be in this balanced place of calmness. And usually in a lot of the tarot decks, you'll see waves and all this craziness, in most of them, not in all. But it's about being able to stay in that place of all this is happening, but you can handle it. You can sit with it. You're not reactionary. You're not making giant moves, but you're actually observing. So in that staying in the moment of all this emotion, all this upheaval potentially, you're able to see a little bit more clearly. The Two of Clubs. So clubs is all about our passions, and the two is about balance, but there's also this call to vocalizing. So we're going to stick with that for a moment. I'm so curious where this reading is going. We now have the Three of Diamonds. Okay, beautiful. One more card. I'm hearing one more card. Let's go ahead and do this. Seven of Diamonds. It's gorgeous. It's really, really beautiful. So with that Two of Clubs, we're finding that balance, right? And very similar to the King of Hearts. With our Three and our Seven of Diamonds, diamonds more representing our pentacles, but a little different than we do in our tarot. So that Three is finding that unity, the unity of power. Now, I personally read diamonds as not only monetary, but it's also your spiritual journey. So there's something about the try of 3 and then the 7. The 7 is all about the newness coming in. It's past beyond 5. 5 is that in-between stage, but 7, you're not quite there, but you're almost there. It's like seeing all the work that you've been doing, but knowing you're not quite ready to grab it and all go. So if we're talking monetary, seeing the growth of your wealth, but not ready to go and spend it. Not quite yet. Don't make those decisions yet. If we're looking at our spiritual journey, it's about looking back and seeing all the steps that you have taken to get here. It is so much work. So really being grateful, having gratitude of all the work you've done and where you are in this moment in time. Give me one moment. Okay, good. So with this full moon, thank you. With this full moon, Spirit is really saying that it is a time to take a moment and really realize where you've become. And with that, becoming that King of Hearts. Because if you truly look at in this lifetime, everything that you have done, everything you've gone through, positive, negative, trauma that you've been through, moments that you may feel have been really negative, all of that, you have survived. You have survived 100% of your bad days. You have survived and blossomed 100% of your positivity days. Like, it's this moment of gratitude, and it's about really feeling the fullness of that gratitude of where you are in this moment. So what are we really saying? That's the next question. Thank you. And thank you all for holding with me. The thing we're releasing is the King or the Queen of Hearts. This is interesting because the Queen of Hearts is very much about that body care and insulating. It's feeling all that emotion. Like I said, our hearts is like our cups, but there is a protectiveness with that Queen of Hearts. It's having the emotions, being able to look out and really pull it all in. A little different than the King, because the King is standing and observing. The Queen is pulling it in. So we're actually letting that go. We no longer need to bring in whatever that energy is coming in for you, good or bad. It's at this place, you've had enough. That's what I keep hearing. There's been enough, and it's time to release. So all that you've been pulling in, it's time to let it go. And as we let go, we are starting with our passion. We are starting not over, but a new chapter. So anything that's been bringing you life, bringing you joy, it is a new moment. The Ace of Clubs is almost like a little mini Fool, except without being blinded. The Fool is all about stepping forward into a new journey, not knowing where the hell you're going. Here, your eyes are wide open. You are actively taking the next first step. With any process, it could be work, it could be art, it could be anything. You go through a journey and you get to a place where you're like, okay, that's completion. But then you realize there's a whole nother level and you need to take another first step. And that's what that's all about. So for our full moon, we are releasing all the things that we've been intaking in. Like, we are full, our cup is full. It is time to let it go. And as we let it go in the next few weeks, while we're transitioning to the new moon, so we're not at the new moon yet, we are going to take our first new step, our next new first step. So it's not technically our first step, but the next new one onto the new level. I'm hearing to pull one more card. Let's go with that. And look at that. How do you feel when you think of this card? Now remember, we're talking about our clubs being our passion. And the Jack of that is almost like our knight. And it's time to just move forward and fast. Fast may not be like speedy fast, but fast as in like it will happen quickly. The more you release, the more we let go of all that we've been intaking in. Again, this, I am not hearing if it's like, and I hate using the words positive and negative because I don't think that way, but all those energies we've been taking, we're human, we're taking it all in, positive and negative. It's time to just release. As we release and as we take that step forward, the energy behind a fast night is gonna get us there. Whew, y'all, this reading, I hope it resonates for you. I hope you've liked this, and I hope you stick with the next few videos as I do a very small, here's how to read out of a deck of cards if you no longer have your tarot for whatever reason, like me. I'm snowstormed in. That's not correct English, but we're gonna go with that. I'm snowstormed in. I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm snowstormed in. I don't have my tarot, but I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Airbnb host, for having a brand new deck for me and being able to video this for you. Thanks for sticking with me, and happy full moon, and until the next one.